Hi, y'all. This is Nia Tate. Welcome to my channel. Hope all is well with you. I am here to do a review of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 2, Episode 5. So, this episode was kind of like a filler. They didn't really give too much, so all I can give you is what they gave us. Let's start with Lisa. She's at home with her husband, and they're talking about the night before. We saw last week the whole situation that happened at the party, and she's saying that she felt like she was ambushed, and he said, "Well, yeah, you were ambushed." And Lisa's trying to understand, why Whitney has an issue with her. And she said she feels like Whitney and Angie went to lunch together and were talking about her behind her back. So her husband encouraged her to try to reach out to Whitney and maybe see if there's, something that they can get over or try to reset, because Whitney's husband and Lisa's husband are really good friends. So it's kind of bad because they can't all go out as couples because those two not getting along. So next we see Whitney's at home with her kids, and Mary comes over to visit. And what's wrong with Mary, y'all? Mary is like in her own world. So she gets there. She's baked some cookies, so she brings some cookies, and she walks in, and she's telling Whitney and the kids about. She said, "Oh, I'm so tired. One of my church members' daughter got in a wreck and fell 30 feet down from an embankment." And so the kids are looking at her like, what kind of stories? So the little girl said, she said, "Is she alive?" And Mary said, "Nope, she's not. Wear your seatbelt. But I'm glad to be here today." I'm like, Mary, what is wrong with you? So they go on, the kids go on into another room. And so Lisa and Mary kind of talk about, I'm sorry, Whitney and Mary start talking about Lisa and the whole situation. And, Mary is like, what do you think the problem is with her? And so Whitney says she's always felt that Lisa acts like she's better than her. She said, I always feel like ever since I met her, she acts like she's better than me. It's like almost she talks down to me, and, I don't like that. So Mary said that, maybe it's a good idea for them to get together and try to see if they can work it out. Um, then we have Jen, Shaw, and Brooks meeting up. We see a flashback where Jen called Meredith the week before and said that she really wanted to apologize to Brooks personally. And so Meredith said she would. She said, "Well, he's still really hurt over the situation, but I'm going to talk to him and see if he'll meet with you." So Jen is at the restaurant, and here comes Brooks and Meredith. I don't know why Meredith felt the need to come. So when Brooks sat down, he was like, he told his mom, this we could talk about. Let me and Jen talk about this privately. So Meredith got up and went to the bar. She's sitting, I mean, like right next to the, right over there. So they talked, and Jen said, that she had somebody else running her social media, so she wasn't aware. That's what she said. Of the things that are said, and she apologized over and over and over again. And it seems like they hugged it out, and it seems like for now it's the whole situation has been put to rest, hopefully. But I have a feeling that it's going to come back up again. The men, we have a scene where all the men meet up, the husbands meet up, and so they haven't seen each other in a while. They were happy to see each other because they talking about they need a support group because they're the husbands of these ladies. And all of the guys seem to be giving big ups to Whitney's husband because he has a stripper pole in his house. And I'm like, I mean, it's nothing special about them. He left his first wife and got him a new wife, a younger wife. So hey, it is what it is. He seems like a nice guy though, Whitney's husband. So um The next scene is the new cast member Jeannie. Jeannie, I think that's her name. Jeannie. Her and Whitney go to lunch, and they're talking about their careers, and Whitney has started a new um, business, and she's saying that it's really like time consuming and it's hard to get everything done and to spend time with her kids and the family and everything. And so Jeannie is saying that she had five practices and now she's down to only one, and she doesn't regret it at all because it's so precious, the time with her kids and her family. So then they start talking about Lisa, because Whitney was like, I didn't know if you were going to meet with me for lunch or not, because I know that you are Lisa's friend, and she and I don't see eye to eye. We don't really get along well. And so Jeannie was like, well, Lisa's really a good person. She's a good friend. She's just the type of person that likes facts, and before she speaks on someone, she likes to make sure she has all the correct information. So Whitney said in the confessional, what Lisa she talking about? Because that's not the Lisa I know. But okay, girl. So Whitney told her, she said, yeah, she said, every all of a lot of people always tell me, oh, Lisa's such a good person, and she's really great and kind and all of that. And she said, Whitney said, I just never see that part of her. I don't see it. So the final scene is Lisa and Whitney finally meet up. They meet up and go to lunch, and um, Lisa said her husband, when he came home from the men's night, he said that Whitney's husband had said that there was an issue, or hopefully they could get to be friends again, or get to be friend not again, but to get to be friends or friendly. And Lisa's like, well, I wasn't aware, I wasn't aware that there was, that we weren't. And Whitney Whitney told her, no, we not friends. I don't think we friends. I don't feel like it. So she just asked Lisa flat out. She said, do you have a problem with me? Do you have an issue with me? What is it? Is there something that about me that you don't like? And Lisa's like, now I like Lisa, but Lisa was on some BS right here. She was deflecting, telling me, I know, there's nothing, I don't have any issues with you. I think it's just a whole misunderstanding. So Whitney was like, yeah, but when you say things like, when I walked in the party, you were like, why are you seeking a friendship with this? And then you also told her, don't claim her as your cousin. She said, how am I supposed to take that as a misunderstanding? And I said, you got a good point. So Lisa was like, well, I just feel like if someone, she and I have been friends for so many years, and if somebody um, was having an issue with me, or we weren't getting along, I just wouldn't seek that person out. So that's how I felt. I'm like, this is so immature. So you gonna tell a lady who to be friends with just because you don't like Whitney, and they related, they really cousins, and you still trying to, that's real petty, Lisa. So bottom line, they decided to, that they're gonna try to have a reset, especially for their husband's sake, since they're really good friends. They're going to try to have a reset and try to, give each other the benefit of the doubt, is what Lisa said. She's like, give me the benefit of the doubt because, um, I really don't have an issue with you. So I guess we'll see how that works out. That was it, guys. I mean, I know it was a short review, but not really too much happened this week. So, we'll see next week that Whitney and Lisa, they actually go on a double date, and it don't look like it went too well. So I don't think that's gonna last. That their little truce is gonna last too long. That is it for the review of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City this week. Honestly, they're gonna have to step it up because it I'm not, it's not giving what it was supposed to have gave. I really enjoyed last season, but this season it's kind of dragging. So maybe when the whole Jen Shaw situation pop off, then they'll get some action. But This is kind of dragging. But anyway, I appreciate you listening to my review. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video, comment below if there's anything you would like to add, and I will talk to you guys next week.